Parece que me toca bailar, hermano.
No way to finish a dance. Your favorite, I believe?
Excellent timing, Ada. You know how I feel about being tied up. And yes, many thanks. You see, those annoying monks took everything from me.
Including the amber?
No. Cleverly hidden just before they grabbed me.
Well, then lead the way.
My pleasure. And here we go. This way.
Is it close?
Not exactly. But it's safe.
No amber, no deal. You know the terms.
We're good. We're good. What do you want with it anyway?
I don't know. Yet. We've got company. They're looking for us. But we're taking the high road. Got it?
Understood.
Up you go, Luis.
Arriba y listo.
Touch the amber. We'll meet up later.
No! Sorry, what kind of a man leaves a lady... Then we meet at the church. Let's not make it a funeral, eh?
Hey Aaron, what's up? Thank you.
And stay gone.
It's going all right. It's another lazy weekend. Just woke up from a nap not too long ago. Walked the dog. Yeah, Ada Wong's one of the cooler characters in the Resident Evil series. She's probably one of my favorite next to Jill. Yeah, this is just the DLC. There were Ada Wong missions in the PlayStation 2 version, but the GameCube version didn't have them. I believe they carried over to the Wii though. And then every other version I think has the Ada Wong stuff on it. But this is the remake's Ada Wong's DLC. It's a bit different. Just like the remake in general. Yeah, Ada Wong's probably one of the most badass characters in the franchise. And it's kind of cool because the side she's on is always kind of gray. You never know completely what she's up to. I remember her being referenced in a letter in the first game, but you didn't even see the character until like Resident Evil 2. I don't believe she was in Code Veronica from memory. I know she's in 6.
Control, come in. Louise hit the
I
amber.
can't remember
I've
if she's
sent you to
in
retrieve it.
7 or 8.
Control, do you copy?
I'm listening. Go on.
We ran into some unexpected trouble.
Most of most of the contemporary versions of her
Louise
are in
is
the
already on her way
remake.
to the church.
So I think as
Attacking
far
them
as
is still underway.
the games to go,
Well,
canon wise,
the
she hasn't been in
message
the
is to
game
hurry.
since I think Resident Evil
Copy.
6.
Just need to confirm my route first. Heading out to get a visual of the area.
Yeah, I'm not sure though. I'm not an expert. I'm just basing on what I played. She's still around though, if she hasn't been in one of the newer games.
I
So I'd
wonder
like
what
to
that
see
is.
her and Jill make a return in part 9 if it's possible.
That looks dangerous. Better tread carefully.
Nemesis.
That's where I need to go.
Stick to the high ground. You have the means. Don't forget your mission.
Yeah, I remember when I used to play the PlayStation one,
Nothing else
he would
matters.
startle me when he'd
Wrap
bust
this
through the
little tower
walls.
up and bring it to me.
By the time the
Understood.
remakes came out and they were
Maybe I'll go
startling
see what's
everyone
there
else, I was
first.
so used to it from playing the original games. Hey Kristen, what's up? Ada loves her potted plants. Oh, you're welcome. We actually had like windy alerts today. I was gonna send you. I was gonna pretend that you sent it over here. Would have been a pretty lame attempt at humor though, so I decided against it. Luckily, it's muddy as shit here, so no dust is forming. They actually have some festival going on at the park, so it must not be but so bad. That's a lot of bad guys to kill. I don't really want to get caught. This kind of reminds me of Adventure Time. There's this episode with the Ice King, like back in the past, he's trying to calm himself down. He's singing the theme song to Cheers to himself. That's how I feel right now. Like where everybody knows your name. Dun, dun, dun. And all the people glad you came. You wanna go where the people go. Well, it's been quite some time. Kristen knows Jake and Elwood personally. Unfortunately, her and Kevin McAllister do not get along. They've had beef since the early 2000s. I don't know why. I don't even know what they are. They're like infected with a parasite or something. I know they have a name, but I'm gonna butcher it because I don't know it offhand, and I don't have the word in front of me. And there's probably someone who's watching this on an archive stream getting really angry at me right now, where the vein is probably popping in their forehead. They're probably yelling the name at the TV since it's already previously recorded. I can't hear shit, and it's great. I noticed this one's playing like 007 like music the whole time to keep that spy vibe going. Of course. I feel like if you like video games, there's a good chance you probably like movies. They kind of go hand in hand. I kind of want to go on the internet and see, is there anyone who likes video games but hates movies? There has to be someone out there. They probably created their own website around it. If I get caught, they'll start launching the catapult. You like movies, Kristen, you're just particular. Since those cats are yellow, they look like a Pikachu.
Gloria a las plagas, gloria a las plagas,
You like the X-Men movies, they count. Just because you haven't seen a movie recently doesn't mean you hate movies. I'm picky about movies too. I got a rifle. Now it looks like Call of Duty. No, it really looks like Call of Duty.
gloria a las plagas, gloria a las plagas.
I haven't watched movies. I just finished watching season 4 Creep Show. I bet the last movie I watched though was old. I'm thinking it was Gummo, which is a really obscure movie that probably no one in this chat's probably heard of. That's Gumby. Yeah, Gummo is different. And Gummo was almost filmed like a documentary. Not today, Sith Lord. No. It's a serious film. It's kind of messed up in some ways. Oh, yeah. Gray bubblegum. I'm surprised it actually made the Criterion Collection. That's why I watched it. See how they would improve the picture of it, because it didn't have the highest fidelity, at least any of the versions I saw. I actually watched the 4K version. It looked surprisingly good. Actually had HDR in it. Not bad for something that looks like it was filmed with like a old VHS camcorder. Oh man, that's not fair. I didn't even have a chance. No, duck. It burns, it burns. Wrong franchise. I have no fourth. I wish he'd like duck down automatically. That's what I'm not used to. I gotta remember to push it manually. I feel like I'm not supposed to fight them. I really wish I didn't use that spray, but I had to find out about this one way or another. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. That's the Army of Darkness quote for you. I like how he has like all these chemistry books in the back of his car. So he can like make technology from scratch in Army of Darkness. That and he's able to make like a mechanical arm. The OCD part of my brain makes me want to redo this, but I'm trying to refuse it. I'm gonna be like, no, we gotta continue. We can't go back. That looks like it's gonna blow up. I feel like I see red on there. I'm glad I was careful. Right, what magical place do we have to go to next where they want to kill us?
Almost out of here.
Hey, Cinema Storms. Ada needs her own game, I swear. She's been long overdue for her own game. Sure. Well, that's good. Right. Okay. Thanks for stopping in, Aaron. Have a good rest of your day.
The amber. An object of ill omen.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Probably should do the opposite of that.
Will be done in its name, and who will pay pay its dark cost. Because in this world, someone always pays. Best not to ask who or why. I understood that. Made my peace with it. Until that one night in Raccoon City changed everything.
The creation of Jurassic Park. Thanks. I appreciate the kind words. You too with your channel. Your channel's been awesome.
I'm heading to meet Luis at the rendezvous point now.
I'm seeing increased movement from Los Eliminados. Don't get careless.
Copy. Ada out. Almost at the church.
All I hear is their grunt sounds. I wish the stealth was a little bit more forgiving like The Last of Us. Like you could sneak up from the front if you're quick enough. I feel like if somebody stabbed me in the throat, I wouldn't have enough time to react. You're welcome. I hear beeping, which means the effing bomb's nearby. Yeah, die. There we go. I think that would have stuck. Yeah, she really deserves her own game. I agree. She's one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character in the whole franchise. But she's so different than the others because she like leans on like a gray area. Also, she's really cool and badass. I really like Jill too. I feel like she's been underutilized. But like Resident Evil 1 and 3 Jill, I feel like her personality kind of changed in the later games. Like when they start putting a cat suit on her and all this crazy stuff. I know a lot of people didn't like the Resident Evil 3 remake because didn't follow the entire story of the original, but I feel like they at least did the character justice compared to other games. Alright, they're both green. I can't tell. Sometimes I'll get a yellow herb and not realize it. Alright. So we want to use this one, press that. I'm gonna have to get OCD soon and reorganize everything. Might as well do it now. This is the ASMR portion of the stream. I know it makes a little tappy sounds. I'm really good with adjectives, tappy sounds. You rotate it like this. Now we just take the brush and we just beat the living shit out of it. I wish I had a paintbrush that I could tap throughout the video, like Bob Ross. I always thought that was pretty satisfying. You beat the shit out of the brush on the palette. Have a lot of kitchenware. Wait a second. This will get used up, so this can go wherever. Perfect. Magica organization.
Puedes correr, pero no te puedes esconder.
Alright, I don't know if this dude spots me or it's just spazzing out.
¿Dónde estás?
Looks like they're looking for Frankenstein's monster over here. It's like it's a shovel. At first, my brain just automatically thought it was like a gigantic fly swatter for some reason. Is there anybody near that? Oh gosh. Something gonna come out of there. Yup.
What a warm welcome.
Come on, you little shit. I can play the obnoxious game too. Well, it's real cool that you learned that move. I didn't know you could do it that far though. It's like all my health. I wish I could hit them as much as they could hit me. All that organization still there. All right. I thought that they would take it away.
Puedes correr, pero no te puedes
Did I already make the rifle bullets? I didn't look. Yeah, I did.
esconder.
Alright, that cow man seems way stronger than the last one I dealt with. Maybe I should just wait for him.
Puedes correr, pero no te puedes esconder.
Of course, they had to have the freaking virus one.
What a warm welcome.
Ha podido escapar.
Bring me a challenge.
How the fuck do you get up there? And I pushed the wrong run button. Damn it.
I'm empty.
Shit, man.
Pero no te puedes esconder. ¿Dónde estás? Sé que estás ahí. ¿Dónde estás?
Wonder if they want you to swing around like a maniac or something.
¿Dónde estás?
I'm gonna be slow. You sure are getting away easy. There's like explosives on this wall or something. Oh, I see. Thing's just beeping still.
What a warm welcome.
There's Robin Hood up there. Do I have a green herb to mix with the yellow herb? I sure do. I can tell they're different when they're next to each other. Wonder why that run went so much smoother. I have a feeling luck played a part of it. I have HDR mode turned off, but it's crazy how much different it looks when it's turned
Seeing
on.
quite the crowd here.
It's like a completely different
I
aesthetic.
wonder what has them so riled up.
The president's daughter. Undoubtedly.
Couldn't have picked a worse time.
Consider the village infected. Complete local saturation.
I've read the file. I'll see what I can do.
Knife is about to break soon. I have those two crappy knives, but they're not as good as the original. I don't know if this DLC has merchants where you can repair it.
Pero no te puedes esconder. ¿Dónde? Sé que estás ahí. Puedes correr, pero no te puedes esconder.
Make a mental note of that barrel. Why do they gotta make those sounds?
Pero no te puedes esconder.
¿Dónde estás?
Sé que estás ahí.
Puedes correr, pero no te puedes esconder.
Pero no te puedes esconder. Sé que estás ahí.
I'm gonna turn around the minute I get behind them. Nope, I was wrong. I'm not angry about it though.
Sé que estás ahí. Pero no te puedes esconder. Sé que estás ahí. Pero no te puedes esconder. Sé que estás ahí.
Hey Matt, what's up? Yeah, this is the first time I'm playing the DLC as well. I only finished the main game when around the time it came out. I don't know why I never played the DLC because Ada Wong's like one of my favorite characters in the franchise. Guess I just had a huge back catalog. Just went on to the next game. I'm glad I'm revisiting it though. The DLC seems pretty cool so far. I'm just a bit rusty because I haven't played the main game in a while.
Right at the church.
I wasn't paying attention. No. I really think they should have remade Code Veronica before they did this game, if they were going in order of the story. Because Code Veronica, story-wise, and even gameplay-wise, is the real sequel to Resident Evil 2. They just wanted to create like a Resident Evil 3 as a final Resident Evil game to complete a trilogy for PlayStation 1, but Code Veronica was always really designed to be like the third game. That's why it has like two characters versus the one. That's why 3 is a lot shorter than Code Veronica. But I know this game would have probably made more money than a Code Veronica remake. So I can understand why Capcom did it. But I hope they revisit Code Veronica before they remake 5, because I do not think 5 is as good as Code Veronica, even story-wise. I think it's a cool game, and they can feel free to remake it later. I also feel like it's a fairly new game. Like, it has a lot of the stuff that's in the remake as far as the modern, like, gameplay mechanics and everything. Yeah, but since it was on Dreamcast, I think they didn't want to alienate fans because that's like a system that not everybody had versus the PlayStation. But yeah, Resident Evil 3 was always meant to be like a side story to kind of tide you over. I'm sure they would have released Code Veronica on PlayStation. It's just at the time, the PlayStation couldn't do like the 3D backgrounds that they were trying to do on Dreamcast. That's why they released it on eventually when on the PlayStation 2 with the Code Veronica X.
See if we can find another route to the church.
They added some more story elements with Wesker, which would again help this story out a little bit.
This way looks promising.
I mean, the beginning of this game, they kind of described like kind of the events of Code Veronica a little bit. And I'm sure it's pretty confusing if you're just coming off of Resident Evil 3. I was about to say, that kick couldn't have killed him. Man, I would be terrified. Supposed to expect these trees are gonna hold me up. What's holding them up? Looks like nothing. Sorry, not the biggest fan of parasites. I don't know. I felt like they started to with Resident Evil 6, but it didn't go all that well. Because Leon's campaign, you kind of fought against zombies. I actually don't mind 6. I think it's a fun action game for the time. I just don't think it's a good Resident Evil game. I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom. But I do like the idea of having 4 different campaigns and seeing them overlap is pretty cool. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So we need the little fountain one. How many do we need to find? Guess I gotta go on here to see the other ones. Don't turn around. I wish more people would take the Mafia Old Country route and not try to make everything open world. I do not mind a really fun, like, 12 to 6 hour campaign if it's done really well, because those are the games I'll replay over and over again. Not every game has to be open world. I wish companies would understand this. Okay, is there any more of these paint things I'm supposed to be getting? Well, a lot of games don't put that much stuff into it, and when they do, it's like quality, it's going to require a budget and the kind of time that like GTA 6 requires, and not everybody can afford to do that kind of game. As a matter of fact, I think only Rockstar and maybe Naughty Dog can afford to do that kind of game. So, like, you can make an immersive world and just keep it small. You don't have to make a whole explorable world. Especially with today's graphics, like, you have to add so much detail to make it look comparable to other games. I just feel like it wouldn't be worth it if you're just really trying to tell a story. But that's just my opinion. I love to use the grappling hook. It's like Arkham City.
Here we are, the church.
Very welcoming.
Puedes correr, pero no te puedes esconder. ¡Ahí está!
Oh no. Oh. They got the hatchet, people. I need to put the dude with the sliver virus out of his misery before it hatches. I think it's a little bit of both, but like I said, Mafia Definitive Edition came out like when for $40 in games or $60. And that game definitely felt like a AAA game because they remade that game from scratch, including like hiring all those actors to do the motion capture. It had a licensed soundtrack. So I can't imagine that game being cheap to make or even considered even double A. I think they're doing it to be competitive and maybe because it's smaller scale. I just hope other developers pay attention if it does well. Same thing with the Expedition 33. That game looks awesome. I can't wait to play it at some point. I'm trying to wait to see if I can get a physical version before I get it digitally. I think that's why that game sold out all the time because it's one of the few that's $50, but it's like a AAA RPG, but made in a realistic style. It looks really cool.
Sounds like you could use a little help.
La campana. Hay que obedecerla.
Él nos invoca.
Well, that's cool how you can see the stories parallel like that. Are they gonna make him do his little bingo comment that everybody loves?
Don't worry, Leon. First time's free.
Oh, they skipped it.
Don't keep me waiting, Luis.
We just lost Lewis's signal. Somewhere in the vicinity of the forest. Expect the worst.
Always do.
That's near Mendez, isn't it? He has a house there. Could be worth taking a look.
Do it. I'll see what I can find from my end.
Should have known he'd be trouble.
Need to stock up on some ammo. Probably should save for rifle ammo. I think that honor goes the same roast, to be honest. I think Mafia will benefit from being a more linear game because all that game, I think their true goal was to try to create an immersive world and tell a realistic Mafia story. I just feel like they never got the memo. It didn't have to be open world, but maybe some people like that aspect. What does this thing look like? Because I don't remember what any of the puzzles are from the last time I played it a year or so ago when it came out. I wonder if they'll announce a new Resident Evil game this summer. This has been a while. I feel like it's long overdue. Usually when they announce Resident Evil games, they come out the same year. I really don't want to waste bullets if I don't know what I'm shooting at. I guess that Simpsons game back in the day. Like Hit and Run, I think is what it was called. That one was pretty popular for people who couldn't play GTA. Yeah, I also like the Crazy Taxi one. Road Rage, I think is what it was called. That one's really fun. I used to rent both those games. They're always popular at the retro game stores, so a lot of people are nostalgic about them. I know people would be happy if they came out with like a collection of those games or like a remastered version. I think people would buy those. I bet it was really impressive for a GBA game. Some of the writing in that game was hilarious. Like Cletus, he's like, we're getting some paper towel rolls. He's like, we're gonna have. He said something like, we're gonna have plumbing like the expensive folk. That's not a direct quote, but they just all the people you pick up say ridiculous things.
I bet Leon's here to save her.
Yeah, thankfully I left the arcade game on my PlayStation 3 when it was briefly released on Xbox Arcade and the PlayStation Network, and I've just never erased it, thank goodness. Otherwise, I'd have to emulate it in order to play it. It's kind of cool because you can play the Japanese version too, which is a little bit different with like item placement and stuff. Cool glasses. Very trendy. I was hoping I'd get some better items. I was wrong though. I have no idea. I know EA made one around the time the movie came out, and a lot of people, that was probably the best one since like Hit and Run. But I don't know. I don't know who owns it. I don't know how relevant The Simpsons are now. And I don't have that much ammo to be messing with these dudes.
Hey, stranger.
Oh, look who it
So
is.
what are you buying?
Souls.
You've picked quite the place to set up shop, stranger.
Aye, and look what it brought me. Well now, let's make our first time doing business a memorable.
Assassin's
Welcome,
Creed, Resident
stranger.
Evil.
I got something new for you.
I'm sure they can make a game like it if they really like money, though. But I guess that's up to Disney/Fox what they want to do. I just don't know how relevant The Simpsons are with, like, your younger crowd. Because I can't even watch the newer episodes, like, after episode 10, or after episode season 10, it's really hard for me. Especially when they went HD. There's something about the older episodes that are just better, and maybe it's just because it's the ones I grew up with.
What you see is what I've got.
Anything else I can help you with?
I need my knife repaired.
Give that the care it deserves, mate.
Also, it'd be nice if this was a little bit more powerful.
If you try that on for size.
Yeah, it kind of blows my mind when it makes it the Fortnite. Because I feel like some of those collaborations they have aren't really made for kids, because I don't think kids would know who some of the characters are that I see in those games featured. The little charms are kind of funny looking. Something tells me I should wait.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. What's that? How have we procured these curiosities? You don't want to know.
Yeah, I know. It's like the NES days. And they used to have kids games based on A Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. Which is pretty crazy considering how strict, like, Nintendo of America was.
Anything else I can help you with?
Pleasant travels.
Okay, I'm going to stop here for now and take a break. Thank you so much for watching. I'll probably be on later. I just want to chill for a little bit. But I'll talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope you have a good rest of your night.